And a good day, everyone. Time now for Weather News Today with J7409. The name you know, the news you can use. And if this is your first time visiting here, welcome aboard. Please click the J7409 in the bottom right-hand corner. Click it, then click the bell. You'll be subscribed, and when you click the bell, you'll get all the latest weather news, forecasts, and alerts as they happen. What we're starting off with this morning, some pictures that were sent to me by Sophia Kelly. Now, this is off of the mid-coast of Maine. 5 inches of snow in this area. Look at that. Oh, wow. Makes me cold just looking at the pictures. Check them out. Now, she was lucky. This was 5 inches. Some people got a whole lot more. Once again, this was on the mid-coast of Maine where these pictures were taken. There's one of a tree, just the tree there, but some very nice pictures. I want to thank Sophia once again for sending me these pictures. They're nice and clear, easy to catch, and boy, does it look cold. And if those pictures look cold, well, that's because it is cold. Colder than normal temperatures are forecast to continue going into the upcoming weekend for much of the eastern United States in the wake of a strong nor'easter that recently hammered much of the northeastern United States. Now, we're looking at the GFS model here. You can see where it's located. We'll turn it on and let it run. You can watch it track through and the other systems come in. Now, a cold upper level over the northeast is going to provide scattered to numerous snow showers from the Great Lakes to Maine today, along with breezy conditions, making it feel more like January than March. Less in the way of snow is expected by tomorrow as an upper low moves offshore and moisture decreases. Now, a weakening storm system approaching California tomorrow is expected to bring widespread rain and mountain snow to the state through Sunday morning, with the greatest rainfall totals expected between Los Angeles and San Francisco. Rain and higher elevation snows also likely from the Pacific Northwest to the northern Rockies with the passage of a cold front today. By tomorrow morning, we'll have a new surface low in the forecast to develop over the southern plains and become better organized as it crosses the deep south Saturday night and into Sunday. Where I live Sunday, we should get a washout. That's when the next possibility of another nor'easter will develop coming up for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, showers and thunderstorms are expected to be widespread ahead of this low as deep moisture from the Gulf of Mexico is surging northward and interacts with a warm front. Some areas near Interstate 20 corridor may get 1 to 3 inches of rainfall by the end of the weekend, and localized flooding is possible where thunderstorms actively becomes persistent. So, we're going to have these thunderstorms and they're going to be popping off and like it's summertime down in these areas as it moves on across. So please, if you're down that way, be safe and keep your eyes open. What about another nor'easter? Well, folks, we're going to turn this on and let it run right quick. This is it today. It's going to start out. Seems that the preference goes to an intermediate track well within the guidance envelope and fairly close to the continuity. It's still kind of hard because some of these models just will not agree with each other, people. It's going to be tomorrow probably, maybe early Sunday, but I'm thinking tomorrow before I can actually nail it down. But the track is close to a compromise of the GEFS and the European means on early Monday, and then similar to the GFS means by early Tuesday. As of Tuesday, better consensus exists towards the system being well west of the European model. So that means it would be closer to the coast and inland, bringing snow and rain. In response to the northern stream dynamics that approach and reach New England, expect the system to track into the Canadian Maritimes after that. And for the remainder of the period, a guidance blend is representing consensus well with the eastern United States troughing, as you can see. Now we're up to Sunday on the map, and where you see that purple, that's freezing rain. The white is snow, the blue is rain, the purple freezing rain as it's tracking on through. Now it's Sunday around 4 p.m. It's off my coast. I just told you guys earlier I was going to get lots of rain. There it is. I'm up in here. I'm getting lots of rain. The snow has started up in the Washington, D.C. area, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, moving on across. But it should probably be, see, this model has it a little sooner than the other models. Now, the green is wet snow, wherever you see that. It's looking like it may track up north at this point. But that's not written in stone. This can change. We're going to have to keep our eyes on it, and I will keep you informed. Now, for all my friends up in northeastern Ohio area, well, you are still under a winter weather advisory, and you're going to be until around 1 p.m. this afternoon. The snow transitioning to lake effect snow overnight, continuing into today. The lake effect snow showers will continue today. The heaviest snow this morning is expected to be across inland northeast Ohio. The heavier snow is expected to shift east into the northwest Pennsylvania area later this morning. Now, it is in effect, this winter weather advisory, until 1 p.m. this afternoon, with snow, additional daytime snow accumulations of 1 to 3 inches, with locally higher amounts are possible in many counties. The greatest amounts will be in the higher terrain at the east end of the county. Now, in Trumbull County, the higher totals will be across the northern half of the county. All of this is happening in Pennsylvania, northern Erie County, and several counties in Ohio, including Lake and Trumbull counties, and this includes portions of Interstate 90, 77, and 71. You're going to have slippery road conditions, so be aware of that. The morning commute is going to be a beast probably, so prepare for reduced visibilities. I was telling you guys the other day about the cold and how cold it was for everyone from North Carolina, South Carolina, getting down in the panhandle of Florida and southwestern Georgia, over to central Alabama and central Mississippi. You guys are under a freeze warning. That's what's going to be happening during the nighttime hours, probably up until around 8 or 9 o'clock every morning before it warms up. What this means is if you have any plants or any kind of vegetation out that you could bring inside or maybe wrap up or whatever, you need to do so. This cold is sticking around with all of us. It has for days, and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere quite yet. So you might want to keep that in mind for tonight. Freeze and frost warnings, okay, in those areas. Everything else we can see, the system is moving off on up out of northern Maine this morning. Everything else is looking just about like it did with the fire warnings and alerts, with moderate winds going on in Texas. Also, as we come up to northern central New Mexico, got that fire red flag warning up in northwestern Kansas and east central Colorado, the Goodland area this morning. Also, we have some flood warnings that are going on in southeastern Montana as we move down into western Wyoming. And when we come over here, once again, this is wind warnings, high wind warnings going on. A little bit of flooding going up in eastern Washington and northern Idaho. Other than that, that's what the Watches and warnings are looking like 4 this morning. Also, we have some red flag alerts down in east central Florida. What will the next 3 days of weather look like? This is the NAM model, which does nothing but put out forecast, okay? We're moving along now. This is around 11 a.m. this morning. We can see nothing is going on so far as rain down in this area. The snow is beginning to move on off and out. Still got some snow in New York as we move along to around 4 p.m. this afternoon in certain areas up north. Out west, that other system's moving in, bringing snow. We'll move it on up just a tad to around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. As you can see, the system starts. The rain is coming up from the Gulf. We will put on the pressure marks. This low now is still up here trying to get on off, but the snow has decreased so much. I know you guys are getting relief. We'll go to 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, and this only goes through Sunday. Okay, here's 2 a.m. Sunday morning. The low is beginning to form now. From Texas to Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, all around, all the way up. This low is beginning to form now. And as far as we can go is around midnight Sunday. Where will this stuff be as it moves around? Here's the low that may bring the next nor'easter. We'll have to wait and see. I'll nail it down just as soon as I can for you as snow moves across, but this is what it's looking like. And now I've got the GFS model on. Where you see this purple is freezing rain. That white is snow, the blue is rain. This is still around 1 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. Let's go up to 7 p.m., see how this thing is tracking. Looks like the low is a lot further west, as the models are predicting. As I talked about just a few moments ago, I think this will track this way as of now, but it could change. I'm not saying it's going to definitely do this, but this is what it's looking like to me. So we'll move up to 9 a.m. Monday morning. You can see the rain and the snow is beginning to hug the northeast coast. 8 p.m. Monday, it will be moving on out. As you can see, and that little blue, believe it or not, is a thunderstorm out in the water. That's a thunderstorm, yes. Snow moving right on up. We'll come to 4 a.m. Tuesday, and it will progress right on hugging the coast. That's what it's looking like to me. So with that all said and done, everyone, please be safe today. If you're in these snowy areas, I know you're having a hard time. My thoughts and prayers are with each of you. Hang in there. It's only got to get better at some point. It's going to stay a little cool for the most part. I don't think we're going to have a big warm up on the East Coast or the Mid-Atlantic states anytime, probably for another week, maybe two. So just hang in there. Everybody out west, prepare for the rain coming in. Stay safe. So have yourself a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sharing this information. It helps me out a lot, and it's just very important to me that people be aware of what's going on around them and to help keep people alert and safe. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the comments. I love you guys. I thank you for everything, and much peace, love, and kindness to each of you.